Hola, and welcome to Across South America, the podcast where we take you behind the scenes of handcrafted, soulful luxury travel across one of the most beautiful, diverse, and fascinating continents on Earth. I'm your host, Maria Barciela. And in this very first episode, I want to share our story on how Across South America began. Why two sisters, Clara and myself, with zero funding but a lot of guts, decided to launch a travel boutique, and what we've learned as women, founders, and family. So grab a coffee or a glass of wine and let's start at the very beginning. It was 2007. My sister Clara and I were 24 and 26. We had no investors, no laptops, and no idea how tough this would be. But we knew we wanted to build something of our own. We told our parents we were renting an office in Palermo, Buenos Aires. I still remember our dad going, "Wait, maybe get some clients first." And he wasn't the only one. Everyone around us was nervous, and for good reason. But we were sure. We didn't want to wait. We wanted to start. So we picked this tiny little office in Palermo with 2 desks only and only one landline. That was it. One phone line. So if someone was calling and we were already on the line, it was just busy. You can imagine, this was pre-iPhone, pre-Zoom, pre-everything. Just us and the phone and, well, yes, a ton of drive. And after months of jumping through hoops to get our official tourism license, we were finally launched. Yay! We got busy quickly, building the website, working with local partners, planning for our first clients. And something happened. We forgot something kind of major. We forgot to renew the tourism license. Our first big fail. I remember those stressful hours and running back and forth to the Ministry of Tourism explaining what happened. Luckily, we managed to fix it, but wow, we learned fast that running a business means wearing every hat. And here is the funny part. The idea for Across South America didn't start in Machu Picchu or Patagonia. It started in Europe. Clara and I were backpacking through Italy, France, and Spain. It was on those long train rides and cheap hostels that we started dreaming. What if we created a company that showed travelers our South America? Not just the touristed side, but the real, rich, local, handcrafted one. We weren't even in South America at the time, but the idea was born. And we never looked back. One of the questions we get asked the most is, how do you work together as sisters? Because that was quite of a challenge. And honestly, it works because we are so different. And we respect that we're different. Clara studied economic science. I studied travel management. Clara was working in finance when we launched. I had been working in tourism for years as a guide in hotels, restaurants, and travel agencies. We're like two sides of the same coin. She brings structure and numbers, and I bring vision and heart. The balance, that trust, is what's kept us growing for nearly 2 decades. From day one, we knew we didn't want to be a traditional travel agency. Back in 2007, most agencies didn't even have proper websites. But we said, let's be online. Let travelers find us directly. Let's be the local experts they plan with. At the time, that was bold and honestly a little crazy, but it worked. And it's still our model today. We also knew we wanted to stay small and personal. Every itinerary would be handcrafted. No automation, no outsourcing, just us and a team that share our values. By 2016, I moved with my family to New Zealand for a new life experience. That created a whole new challenge: how to run a South America travel company from the complete opposite side of the world. But we made it work. That shift also inspired us to make our business more flexible for our team. We started remote work policies way before it was normal, way before COVID time, even giving our team the option to work from home during the holidays. Trust has always been essential to our business. And we've seen again and again that when you trust your people, they rise to the occasion. We never set out to inspire people. But over the years, we've heard that we do. I don't know, maybe it's because we're sisters, or because we were so young when we started, or because we carved out a space in a male-dominated industry, and always without compromising our values. To us, it felt normal to run our business. But looking back, we see now that it wasn't the norm. Not to young women, not to sisters, not with an online first model and handcrafted approach. We didn't follow the map. We drew our own, and somehow that's what made it work. So that's our story, in brief. The tiny Palermo office with one phone line, the bold move from Europe, the tourism license debacle, the late nights and client calls, and the thousands of moments we never imagined would bring us here. Across South America has always been about more than trips. For us, it's about connection, it's about creativity, it's about care, it's about showing travelers the stories behind the places. And that's what this podcast is here for. In the upcoming episodes, Clara and I will take you behind the scenes of our favorite experiences. Introduce you to our team, introduce you to our partners, and share travel tips, stories, and insights from across the continent we call home. If you loved this episode, you can subscribe to the podcast and share it with a fellow traveler or, why not, an entrepreneur. You can find us at across-southamerica.com and on Instagram at across-South-America. And if you're dreaming of your own handcrafted journey, reach out. We'd love to help. Gracias and see you soon. Nos vemos pronto, and let's keep the stories going.